Real people, real cases. This is Verdict Watch.
We are going to go on the record in the matter of Gordon Filson versus Daniel Martinez, Discount Dan Auto Repair, 2302582.
Ready, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Ewing, I'm going to have you and your client sit at that table over there, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, and so appearance for plaintiff, please.
Morning, Attorney Sean Ewing appearing with and on behalf of Gordon Filson.
Okay, but I still require the attorneys to exercise proper decorum, counsel, so if you can please stand up when you're addressing the court.
Sir.
Thank you.
Attorney Sean Ewing, P83374, appearing with and on behalf of plaintiff Gordon Filson.
All right, thank you. And sir, your name for the record, please.
Gordon Filson Jr.
Okay, thank you. Counsel?
John George, bar number 27843, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Discount Dan's Auto Repair, as well as Daniel Martinez.
Okay, and counsel, you filed your appearance for both, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And sir, your name for the record, please.
Daniel Martinez.
Okay, counsel, what is your P number for the record again, please?
It's 27843.
Okay,
I feel embarrassed saying it.
well, listen, I hear you, because I'm at a 64,000 and now I'm hearing 87s and 88,000s and, wow.
Yeah, that's something.
Okay, so, you all had mediation, no resolution. We set today for a final pretrial, 10:30, clients to be present. Still no resolution.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So, let's see what we can figure out here today, if anything. So plaintiff filed a complaint. So you all, oh, see, now this even makes me feel old too, 1980, Oldsmobile Cutlass Brougham, which I'm presuming is considered a classic car now.
Yes.
Okay, well, the fact that there's a classic car that's the year in which I've already, within the years I've already been born, okay. So, now your client's alleging that he dropped off the vehicle for suspension work and for the vehicle to be lifted and have aftermarket rims, correct?
Not rims.
No, that's correct. I believe the rims were already purchased and installed. He was having the lift kit installed on the vehicle because the rims were not clearing the.
Got it.
When I turned, it was rubber when I turned.
Okay, so is that accurate so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good. And that was June 16th of 2022, correct?
Yes.
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, August 19th, Mr. Filson picks it up. Was that for the Woodward Cruise?
I wish. I never got a chance to drive a car, man. Like, put plates and insurance on it like that. So I wish. I wanted to.
Okay, so you were driving it home and the right rear wheel fell off.
Well, no. At this point, when I first picked it up the first time, the lift was not correct. I wanted a 4-inch lift, and he had it. Oh my God! Like one was like 9 inches in the front or 9 inches in the back, and probably like 7 inches in the front. It was real like a hot rod, an old school 80s hot rod. It was
Oh yeah, like those Matchbox.
and also it was something wrong on the rear, on my side, on the rear side. It was making this noise. So when I took it to the next shop, they the ones told me, do not drive this car. Don't
Okay,
touch it.
hold on, don't tell me what anybody told you though, sir.
Okay.
So you asked for a 4-inch lift,
Yes.
okay. Is that accurate so far?
No.
What was asked for?
Between a 6 and 9 inch lift. That's what he wanted.
It don't.
Is there anything in writing, hold on, is there anything in writing that says what the lift amount was supposed to be?
My receipt, and
Okay, good, okay, hold on, look at the receipt.
that don't exist, what you just said.
Hold on, sir.
That don't exist. I don't even see the show.
No, here, listen, I understand, sir, that you're, frustrated because you wanted things done, and you want it done a certain way, and you're out money, okay? But I'm not going to have, any negativity or outburst or communication directly between you and Mr. Martinez, okay? So, who has the receipt for what was supposed to be done?
Your Honor, I believe the receipt was attached to the complaint
Okay.
as an exhibit.
Okay, well, let me scroll through that.
Or yeah, I will grab my briefcase.
Okay, I was just hoping for like an in-person copy, but, oh gosh, okay, this is, if you have an in-person copy, that'd be great, because otherwise I'm going to break my neck having to review this.
You got the receipt? Yeah.
Yeah, here it is.
Show us the 98 inch.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes,
These are my pleadings with the receipt.
okay, show counsel, if you can show counsel, please, Terry. But the one you've seen, or is that the one you've attached to your complaint?
That was attached to my complaint as well. That's the one my client provided to me as
Okay,
well.
is that with the name, with the word Adams up on the top?
Yes.
GT 3870 auto repair order, is that what that is?
Yes, this is it.
Okay, let me take a look at that, please.
It's show on there.
Hold on, please, I can review for myself, but I just wanna see what it is, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so. Well, you're all wrong, it says 5 inch lift.
Yes.
You're all wrong, it says 5 inch lift.
I hear you, that's true.
Okay. So. Mr. Martinez, do you know how to do a 5 inch lift?
Yes, I do.
Did you do a 5 inch lift?
We did. Yes, we did.
Only 5 inch, not higher than 5 inches, you did a straight 5 inch lift.
Correct. Yep. That's
And
a
it was 5
5 inch
inches
lift.
on the back, 5 inches on the front.
Correct.
Great, where's a photo of it?
Yeah. We have to complete. What is that? So I don't have a,
Hold on, pause, while you're doing that, while you're looking for that, I'm going to handle this one that has a resolution, just give me one moment. Okay, so now we're back on the record in the matter of Gordon Filson versus Daniel Martinez, Discount Dan's Auto Repair. And, okay, where's the photos of how the vehicle looks?
Your Honor, I printed out some photographs. Can I show them to opposing counsel first and present them to the court?
Okay, yes, that's,
I just printed out some pictures.
so counsel, have you all exchanged these photos yet, or no? Is this the first time that you're seeing these?
This is the first time, Your Honor.
Well, how did you go to mediation if this was the first time that anybody's even seen these photos?
Well, Your Honor, the mediation was conducted very briefly, and I don't believe any party submitted any exhibits.
Well, so here's my question, counsel. How are you supposed to have any meaningful discussions regarding resolution if you haven't even exchanged what you're each relying on?
You're all right.
Okay, I asked about a picture for showing me 5-inch lift. This is,
We don't have it. I have it on,
okay,
I have a different one. It's not with us currently. It's on my phone.
where's your phone?
It's on, it's at 2% right now.
Okay, where's your charger?
I don't have one here. It's a Type C, if you have one. Figure I can get it in.
We may have one, I'm not sure, but let me just ask this. Okay, when you say 5-inch lift, do you mean, and I just wanted to clarify, 5 inches from the tire up there, or is the bottom of the vehicle supposed to clear 5 inches?
Okay, so you can remember I got the lift because when I turned, my wheels would rub. So 4 inches is not a lot, right?
I know that,
But,
so
but
is it
that's right, over the tire. Puts
over the tire, so it's supposed to be 5 inches from over the tire?
Yeah, and that's
Okay,
after, and that's a picture after the accident, man. You can see the back tire
what
off.
accident?
That, cause look, you don't,
Oh, after the tire's off,
cause when I test drove the car, the second time the tires came off.
okay, so, you're saying, what is one of your complaints that it was not the proper lift?
Can I say something to you?
That's correct.
One
That's
of-
correct. That's
Okay,
correct.
so, who took a picture with the ruler measuring how much of a lift there was?
He did it because I told him I didn't want it. I wanted him to fix my car the right way.
Hold on, sir,
No.
you're saying that it was on a 5-inch lift?
No, well, when
You're
I
saying
had
a
it, it looked like
4-inch.
it looked like a hot rod.
Okay, great, so did you measure so we know what the lift amount was?
Well, I didn't measure it because I told him, what is this? I don't want it. I want my stuff right. And he said, okay, I'm gonna fix it right. And I'm waiting for it to get done right, of course, and it never got done right.
Okay,
It
So-
did get done right because I took it to another shop later
okay,
on.
before you took it to another shop, did you measure from the top of the wheel to the bottom of the fender to see what that lift actually was?
No, because it was so big.
I understand that.
I did not,
but-
no ma'am.
But you're.
But I got pictures of it, big.
Great, let me see those pictures.
Is it in the thing? Cause I could pull up some maybe, but, it should be some attached to the, it should be plenty of pictures. I got plenty of pictures of it, that I sent to you. A long time ago. It should be attached to our stuff. but
Okay, let me see.
If not, I can show you.
Your Honor, I gave you a copy of my complaint and the pictures that they were referring to are attached to it. If you want to just
Your
look at it
complaint?
bigger.
And you can remember, Your Honor, you asked for the copy of the receipt because he said that I asked for an 8 and 9 inch.
You
And
said 6 to 9 inch.
yeah,
I paid attention.
thank you. Because remember, I
Because
told him.
neither
it
one
was-
of you had the actual lift correct.
Yeah, he was
5
saying,
inches.
he was, because when I said 4 inch, I agreed with the 5 because when I wanted 4, he said you should go with a 5 at the time. And I said, it's only 1 inch, so it was cool, but that's all the way around 5 inches. Not like he said, not 6 in the front and 9 in the back. It don't even make sense, you know?
Okay,
So
hold on.
That was the purpose of looking at the receipt. I just wanted to clarify that.
Listen, I'm not gonna have the back and forth. I
I'm talking to
understand, I'm
you,
not
Your
doing that.
I was talking to you, Your Honor.
Okay, well, this is showing a screenshot of the video, but doesn't have a picture. I want to see a picture of the front and the back from a side. Do you have a picture of the side view so I can see that the rear is higher than the front? Somebody's gotta have that.
I do. I definitely do.
One to sign.
What, did you find it? I'm gonna go, you can all just say right there.
Please,
I'm
Ryan.
gonna- No, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh.
I'm going to go get you a charger, sir, just one moment. So, I didn't go off the record, so I guess we're still on the record. Okay. So, sir, your phone is charged, correct?
Yes, I went through everything. I can't find it. Okay, I think if I take a minute to go through everything, I got so many photos I could probably.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
If I take a minute to, I'm gonna try and go through. I got a lot of files I gotta go through, so I'm trying to go through. I don't know if I'm not 100 if I have it or not.
Well, sir, go back to 2022.
Yeah, I did
Or
that.
June, July and August of 2022.
I can't see in that file that I have it in there. I got 2 more files. 1 second.
You don't just have it like in your gallery, you just scroll through and it gives you your date?
I got into that one, I got another file too, and I'm trying to find. I switched emails too. I looked at my personal and I'm about to look at my business.
Sir, okay. Here's, I'm just gonna say, here's where I'm slightly frustrated with everybody. We're here today for a pretrial. There was a mediation date. There have been a couple of times that you have all been here into court already. So how is that, no, don't stop looking, sir.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm gonna have you multitask.
Okay, cool.
So how is it that we are not any further along? How is that photo that shows a side view of the vehicle, how is that not anywhere? Hello? Anybody?
I don't understand, Your Honor, why, but I've only printed out a sample of some of the pictures because I didn't want to print out 100 of them or something.
Well, if 100 pictures is what's needed for this case, then 100 pictures should have been printed.
Sure.
And there's an issue regarding the lift. I understand that we haven't even gone into the rest of the issues, but we can't even seem to get past that issue yet. So I need to see, was it a 5-inch lift or was it something more? Was it the same in the front as it was in the back?
Yes, Your Honor,
Okay.
Mr. Filson would like to explain the vote, whether or not he has or can get.
Unfortunately, I got a lot of video, that's what you know, and I do have plenty of pictures, but they're with me taking a picture of the car. I got it before. I got a picture of before. I brought it to him right here, and a lot of stuff of the accident. For some reason, me having a picture that you just said, with a side view or just it looking like that, I got plenty of pictures of them, but we're looking at a different phone than I had at the time. And of course, I don't have that phone on me. I got my newer phone on me.
You have it saved to the cloud?
But see, I tried, and ma'am, it only downloaded a certain amount of pictures. It didn't download them all. It go back. You can see my iCloud. It go back to those dates, but it only come with certain pictures. But when I first got my car fixed from the other mechanics, I sent them pictures. They have the photos. I can give you access to those photos with trial, no problem, of the car being, like he said under oath, 9 inches and whatever he said, that's exactly what it was too, what he said over there. 9 inches and whatever in the back, and it looked like a hot rod. You know, that's why I said those inches don't exist when he said it, because people have their car one way all the way around. I can show you a photo of the car before I took it, and I got accident photos, of course, and the video. But the video can show at least the front of the car looking crazy right now. But he admitted that he did it.
What I meant was the kit is adjustable, so they make adjustable kits. I thought this was adjustable kit. That's what I'm admitting. That I thought this one was adjustable kit, not that what he's saying, he's wrong. They make adjustable kits between 6 and 9 inches. I thought this was the one that's not inspired. So it's a standard straight 5-inch. There's no
So did you do the 5-inch?
constant 5-inch. Yes, it's a solid 5-inch all the way around.
When did you do that?
The
June or
date indicated
the
in the contract that the court has up there.
Well, then why would Mr. Filson indicate that the back was higher than the front?
It was very slight, because the suspension is different. On every car, no matter if it's 5 around, there's going to be something. There's no perfect like this on vehicles. There's always going to be a little bit of a up or down in the front. It's like doing like a 2-inch lift or whatever, or a leveling kit in a vehicle. There's always going to be a little bit, but not as much.
Okay, well, would the little bit be noticeable or not noticeable?
It's a hit and miss on certain vehicles.
Okay, what about this one?
This one was, I don't think it was noticeable. It was also, he wanted a sound system in the back. So it would have, if that little bit would have made it either go all the way down more, or would have made it like a little bit better, but he wanted to put a sound system in the back of it. And he was actually okay with that, with how it was. He had no discussions about it.
Did I say something regarding? So
Hold on. Okay, other than the suspension, what else was done improperly?
he just told you.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about the suspension right now, I wanna move on from that for a moment, I'm not saying that I just wanna see what are the other issues?
So,
Well, the wheel fell off.
Yes, Mr. Filson took the vehicle, sorry if I can backtrack, he had taken the vehicle to Mr. Martinez's shop and he did the work. After he had initially done the work, I believe Mr. Filson took that vehicle to another shop, Autotech. And they told Mr. Filson that there were problems with the lift, the way it was installed.
You know, Your Honor, are we taking hearsay testimony?
No,
here?
I'm just trying to find out what the other issues are, that's all I
Okay.
wanna know. What are the other issues? And where are we getting to the dollar amount that Mr. Filson is requesting? That's what I wanna know, because it appears as though it's not moving forward with just the four of you having to figure stuff out. So that's what I'm trying to figure out where we're at with this, because photos can't even be found, I don't know, so.
Mr. Filson believes he has photos. When he was seeing this vehicle in the shop, I don't know that he was contemplating any kind of litigation. He simply, it appears that he said, my vehicle doesn't look right, it's higher in the back, I want you to fix it. I don't know that he was out there.
Okay, so when he wasn't satisfied, he took it to another shop, were photos taken?
yes, and I have those photos.
Great, I wanna see those photos, please.
The other shop, when I took it to the other shop, I took it there, of course, because they are a master lift place that do lifts. And I took it to them to go over his work. And he took pictures of what he seen, of everything he did wrong. And he texted Dan from my phone and told Dan exactly what he did wrong and what Dan needed to fix on the car. He told me that
I don't want you to tell me.
not to drive it and to
No,
tow it.
I cannot know what anybody told anybody, okay? That's not one of you two. So, you're asking for how much money? How much are you asking
I
for?
forgot the exact, it's been so long, I've been in court, man, I don't know the exact amount. No.
Counsel, I'm showing, it says not to exceed $25,000. What is the dollar amount that you're seeking?
Well, I lost way more than 25.
Okay, hold on. Here's what I'm not gonna do.
I was asking for
Hold on, counsel. Do we not even have a dollar amount that's being requested?
I believe he'd be looking for the full
25.
jurisdictional amount, 25.
Okay, how do we get to that amount? That's what I wanna know. How are we getting to that amount?
There were the initial repairs.
Okay.
The compensation for the money he paid Mr. Martinez.
How much did he pay Mr. Martinez? I want dollar amounts, please. How much did he pay Mr. Martinez?
That would be on the receipt, I believe, that Mr. Martinez provided.
$2,802.37.
Yes, really more, but that's the receipt I have for that. And when I took.
Hold on, please, hold on. I don't want any extra, commentary right now. I'm just trying to figure out where we're at.
And the service that was provided by Autotech.
Yes.
Okay, how much is that?
Receipt for that too. I have a receipt for that too. It was close to 2,000. The other day, I have that receipt.
Okay, close to 2,000. 1998, 1,700, what are we at?
It was like close to like 1,600, 1,700.
Okay? I don't understand how we're here for a pretrial and we don't have this information.
We do have it. He just gotta pull it up.
I believe that is also attached to our.
It's attached to all our stuff now. Our receipts from Autotech, my receipts from the other place I took it to.
Let me see here.
I got a receipt from Tire Tracks.
Hold on, sir, hold on. Why is this all stuck?
They sent a letter with the.
Sir, hold on, please.
Receipt.
Autotech. $1,000. That's what it shows, $1,000. So, take
Okay, I'm sorry.
$1,000 to
I'm sorry,
auto.
$1,000 was auto tech problem. Probably was, it was so long. And then it's tire tracks. I have the receipt for the tire tracks. And, at Tire Tracks is the place that redid my lift for me and put a different lift and it was sitting correctly. That's why I said I have more pictures, because he got the picture after he did done correctly. And also letters.
Hold on, Tire Tracks, where's the receipt for that? That's not in here. I see Auto Tech Clinic, a letter from Auto Tech Clinic. I see 2 pictures of the missing wheel. And I see the receipt from Dan's. That's it, that's all that's attached.
I have the receipt and photos from Frank. And the total, I don't want to give her the wrong total, but it was definitely over $2,000 because he did the same job that Dan was supposed to do. Of course, and they didn't. But the difference is it was done correctly, which I can get that for you right now. Or I can make one phone call now. It should be attached, but
It's not, but counsel, here's what I'm going to say. This matter was let's see, December 13th, we adjourned it because Mr. Georgie and his client were not here. We adjourned it to January 10th. January 10th, parties were present, you were all in a breakout room, no resolution, discovery was started but not completed, and at this point I'm not even sure what discovery has been exchanged because nobody seems to have the relevant information for the other party. So it's supposed to be completed by February 14th, adjourn it to February 21st. Mediation was to be scheduled. Mediation occurred February 19th, no resolution, in-person final pretrial today. Clients to be present. So here we are today. And also the complaint in this matter was filed December 29th of 2023. Is that accurate? No.
I believe that is accurate. There was a delay getting the case processed. I know the clerk had indicated when I reached out that she was behind at the time.
Yes, and then that was when we were switching to the online filing. Okay, so this matter has been pending for a little over a year. And it does not appear as though either side is prepared to discuss anything without even having the proper information.
Your Honor, I don't want to speak, the other party can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's denying any responsibility at all in the matter, which doesn't leave very much space for discussion. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
So even if that is the case, I still need dollar amounts. I need numbers. I need stuff to look at as well to see if I can help all of you resolve anything. We cannot do anything without having accurate numbers. We don't even have a starting point because under $25,000 or $24,999, okay, well, there still has to be a basis for that dollar amount.
Yes.
And so far I'm at $3,800 with what receipts have been provided.
So Mr. Filson, when the wheels came off, there was body damage to the vehicle. he got he took the vehicle to a couple body shops, don't recall how many, but they basically told him the vehicle, the parts are not available to restore this. So he's considering the vehicle's basically a total loss.
Okay, well, I don't have any of that information, and I will tell you right now, I am not going to take any written information as evidence. The person that is indicating that would be putting that into a letter, would have to be in person to testify.
Yes.
So that person can be subject to cross-examination, because that, because, you know, whether or not, okay, are those parts not available new?
No,
Are they not available through a store, a salvage yard? Are they available through salvage, but they're not brand new? So there's a whole lot of other questions. And sir, and I understand that you're frustrated.
No, I just want to answer your question.
And
What
but
would
you
you
can't
just
answer my
say?
question because you're not the person that said that.
Well, what he meant was, my car is so old now that the back part and the trunk is all one piece. So I can't order a fender, a back piece, because it's all connected, it's smashed in, so it's like, I can't order a piece.
Smashed in from the back?
So both sides, when both of my tires,
Both fell off?
both of them came off, man, I was spinning in the middle of the road, bam, hit against a pole, and when the tires came off, the back tires, they banged off the car, smashed the car.
Okay, so what was the date of that?
I got the police, I got the police report and the steps
Great,
with the
what-
date of the incident.
What's
that
the
happened.
date? And why isn't there any paperwork? What?
I didn't know all of this was gonna be like this. I was under the impression that we was gonna set up a trial date today. That's what my impression today. I didn't know that we was actually gonna have.
Well, yes, that's why I ordered the clients to be present. So
Yes,
there can be active discussion as to what the issues are, where do we have to go with it, and all of that.
Yes,
So with that comes some documentation that's necessary, because Mr. George can't properly advise his client unless he has proof
Yes,
of
ma'am.
something.
Yes,
So all of that is necessary.
Can I say something? I could call, I'm missing the car, the actual, which I have, the picture that you said for, and I can call and get that receipt right now from Tire Tracks. He's at the shop now, he'll send it over, everything
Sure,
he did
all
for
right,
the
step
car.
outside and go, make the phone call, please.
Thank you.
And in the meantime, I'm going to get the date of the police report.
The police report is. Apologize, it's August. August 26th, 2022.
Okay. And Mr. Martinez, when did Mr. Filson pick up the vehicle?
He picked up a couple times, but the 26th was the last time he picked it up.
Okay, so he picked up the 26th. Okay. So, counsel, it's your client's position that Mr. Filson drove the vehicle off the lot
Yes, Your Honor.
and that the tires just came off
Yes, they did.
to no responsibility of your client.
May I state what, my client, he replaced certain lifts. He didn't have to take the tires off to put the lifts on, he didn't remove the tires. So,
But Mr. Martinez is the one that had the vehicle last.
yeah, but he didn't take the tires off to make the repairs.
The car went to two different shops. It left my shop when we did the first fix because he had the exhaust and the pictures was tapping, and he took it to our tech. They were expecting it, the whole car. And that's what he was saying at the picture, whatever. They checked the whole car out. I don't know if they took the tires off to check anything else. Left me, he also had the car wrapped, where the guy had to take the tires off to wrap the car too. And the rims. The rims and the rims in the car was wrapped, went from blue to white. The vehicle left my shop 3 times and went to different shops. I just got it the last to do the final touches on it.
Okay,
But during the lift, you don't, to do a lift, you don't take the back tires off. You take the front tires off and not the back.
okay, but you did the suspension?
Correct.
Okay, so you did the suspension. When did you do the suspension? June, July, August?
June, July, we had the car for a little bit. He purchased the kit and it was shipped to me.
Okay, but when you're putting a kit on, aren't you also doing something with the tires to confirm that that there's the proper clearance, it's the proper height, all of that?
You have to, so yes, you don't take
Okay.
tires off though. You lower it down.
Okay,
Yeah, you
I
lower
hear
it.
you.
Yeah, you lower the
So-
car down.
But as the person that's putting the lift kit on the tires, wouldn't you then want to just triple check to make sure everything is solid with the tires?
The car was driven several times, so we
That wasn't
don't
my
check.
question.
No, you don't check tires because they don't come off. There's no, I guess when you do lifts, no one ever checks tires when you do a lift. Unless we remove them, that's it.
Well, I see in the future some expert testimony, because otherwise we're just going to be going back and forth with Mr. Filson's insisted that Mr. Martinez, that he did something with the tires and the tires came off. Mr. Martinez is insisting that he didn't do anything with the tires. He put the lift kit on without removing the tires, and that somebody else that they handled the vehicle is why the tires came off. So, yeah, so we're gonna need some expert testimony, and this is gonna be set for trial relatively soon because it's been out there for so long. And I'm
Understood.
really not sure, counsel, how the two of you can even engage in any type of discussion without even having a dollar amount. I mean, what's the dollar amount of the value of your client's car?
I would have to confirm that with Mr. Filson. I beg your honor's pardon for this lack of progress. I think we've had some trouble getting the clients on the same page. I shouldn't speak for opposing counsel, but I have had, Mr. Filson is very sincere, very passionate about how he feels about this case,
I understand,
but he's not been
focused on the issue.
that is accurate.
Okay. Counsel, can you go out there and see, I can't imagine it takes that long to call and get a picture of the receipts on. Can you please check with your client, where he's at? Oh, there he is, okay.
I'm just letting you know, I'm on the phone with him now, and he's pulling it up and sending it to me. I'm talking to the shop right now. Hello? Hello? Yeah, he got me on hold, but he's pulling it up now and getting it to you, Your Honor. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, well, if he's pulling it up and getting it to you, then you don't have to stay on the phone, right?
Well, I think he was asking me some information, when he was pulling it up, and he just put me on. I want to make sure he don't need nothing else from me. And I want to give him my email address, make sure he got the proper one.
Okay, well, while you're on hold, sir, where else did you take the vehicle?
I took it to, Auto Tech, and I took it to.
Okay, what
Tech
date did you
Tracks.
take, what date did you take it to Auto Tech?
Gotta look at the email from Auto Tech, because they got the date that I took it to them. Well, the first time I took it to them, they didn't fix it. They just gave me information of what's wrong with it and what needed to be done and told me to take it back to him. So I told it back to Dan. Dan had it for over a month. Finally called me, told me to come up there to look at it.
So when did you take it back to Auto Tech?
Then I got that. Oh, wait. That'll probably be in the text messages. I can know exactly when I took it to Auto Tech. Text messages between me. No, it got the date. I just sent it. I can tell you right now. It's the date on my text messages between me and him. Because you have this in there, all my text messages between me and Dan, and I took the pictures.
I don't have text messaging between you and Dan.
You know,
I'll say that September 28th of 2023, there is a letter from Auto Tech.
Okay, yes. Okay, right here. Okay, here we go now.
Sir, I don't need any comments from you. I'm very well aware that's over a year later. Then July of 22,
She don't have it?
it says customer states after getting work done, left rear tire flew off.
This proves everything.
And this is when they did the work, July 7th of 22. So,
Okay.
but
right.
I'm confused. If the,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
hold on, please. If the police report was August 26th of 22, was that the date that happened?
Oh, yeah, that's the date of the actual accident when my car tires fell off. That date is when the accident happened. And I was only test driving it that day.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
That was August 26th of 22.
Yes,
Okay. Well, it appears as though
I believe.
Auto Tech, work completed December 2nd, 2022. I don't know why it says proposed completion date July 7th, 22.
Okay, so look, back.
Did you just tell me to look?
No.
You sure did.
I was talking about, I'm looking at my tab, I'm looking at the dates, between me and him. Did you have a question now?
Yes.
What was the question? I'm
What
sorry.
date did Auto Tech perform the work on the vehicle?
That should be on the receipt on when they actually performed the work on the car. They sent a receipt and that should be attached to there.
Okay, so December 2nd of 22.
Is that the receipt say? Did the receipt say
It
that?
says work completed December 2nd, 2022.
Okay,
Printed date September 28th, 23. Proposed completion date July 7th, 2022.
that's correct. That's correct, ma'am. It gotta be, because what happened is they wrote a letter explaining on this date right here with these, I can show you, where they looked at the car and see, they are my witnesses of saying what happened to my car. They knew everything that happened because they didn't want to tell me to take it back to Dan.
Okay.
Because when I took it to them, they didn't want to touch it. They was like, "You're not
Okay.
touching it, take it back to him."
So did Auto Tech do any work on the vehicle prior to August 26th of 22?
I wish I had my date right. Before that? No, ma'am.
Okay.
They just looked
What
at
about tire tracks? Did they do any work before August of 22?
No, ma'am. The only person that did work was Dan on the car before that. Now, Auto Tech looked at it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so now that you hear that information, okay, right?
He didn't have anything to do with the tires. The
Hold on,
defendant,
counsel.
the plaintiff.
Your client indicated, or you indicated,
Uh-huh.
that Mr. Filson had other repair shops working on the vehicle prior to August 26th of 2022. That is why, that seems to be what he's hanging his hat on for his defense, that it's not his responsibility. Would I be accurate?
His responsibility for what? I don't understand. To make
For
sure the
for
tires aren't good
damages.
enough?
I'm trying to confirm, so we're all on the same page, okay? Well,
Sure.
frankly, more the four of you are on the same page. Mr. Martinez stated that Mr. Filson had his vehicle worked on at other repair shops prior to August 26th of 2022. That's your position, correct, Mr. Martinez?
Is that your position?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Filson has just stated that nobody else worked on the vehicle prior to August 26th of 2022.
Well, I think the vehicle's wrapped before August 26th of 2022.
Okay,
And that's what my
I'll get to
client
the
was
wrapping
talking
in just a moment.
Okay.
But- Nobody else worked on the vehicle, whether it's Tire Tracks or Auto Tech. That is Mr. Filson's position,
Sure.
okay? So, Mr. Filson, did you have your vehicle wrapped?
Yes, I did.
When did you have it wrapped?
In between, when I took it from him,
What,
okay, well, I had it wrapped before, it was like a couple of days before I took it to Auto Tech and they told. I had it wrapped about 5 days before I took it back to him.
5 days before you took it back to
Dan.
Dan, okay, so in August.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
can I tell you what happened?
Who grabbed your vehicle?
Abe.
Abe.
Abe, and the name of his place is called, I can tell you the name of his body shop. He just wrapped cars.
Okay, that's great. Where,
Hello?
oh, okay, so,
They got me on.
I'll take a break so you can have that conversation.
Okay, okay, just please, I'll give you my email in a second. I'll give you my email. Okay, can I give you my email?
Yes, it's up out that way, so it's not being picked up.
That's the picture too. I'll check the other day. Huh? Oh my just MISTER.
Counsel, would you mind just running out to grab your client? I'm not sure, I mean, the authority was just giving his email. So, and it sounded as though he was giving his email as he was walking out.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
I'll ask him to finish up and return to the courtroom.
Okay,
I believe he has, Mr. Filson had a couple different phone numbers. I believe he was having the manager there check under both numbers to make sure he got all the documentation.
I don't know. Okay, thank you.
okay. Okay, so let's go back on the record. And so, Mr. Filson, you were able to submit your, supply tire tracks with your email address, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what date did you have your vehicle wrapped?
What date was it wrapped?
Wrapped.
Wrapped. Wrap date. I don't know the exact date. I don't know.
You said it was 5 days before.
But it was definitely within the time frame of me, because what happened when I picked it up, I had when you wrap your car now, it's like getting your car painted. The guy have a list of people and he'd be like, bring your car on this particular date. And I waited a long time because, I bought this car. I never drove it. I wanted to look nice. So anyway,
I got it.
when I got it out the shop to him, my date with Abe was right then, so I couldn't bring it right back to him.
Hold on, sir, here's what I want to know. Was the
I can
vehicle?
find out. I can call Abe.
No. Was the vehicle wrapped before August 26th, the date of the accident, or after?
Way before.
Okay,
Way before.
all right, way before. Way
Way
before as in June, or
Meaning
July, or a week?
I got a picture of the date that it took to the wrap shop because I had to tow it to the wrap shop. I couldn't drive it nowhere. You know what I mean? I couldn't drive it nowhere because of
Okay,
course
great, when was that date?
I got a text.
Doesn't need, okay.
Oh, the date I sent it. Remember when you see my car in the tow truck? That's the date that I towed it right here. Oops. What date did it say? Is this one? Okay, it say June 15th, June 16th. So that is either June 16th or June 17th. One between
Okay,
that.
June 16th or June 17th, okay.
I believe.
Okay,
But-
so a few days more than 5 before August 26th, okay. So after the vehicle was wrecked,
Mhm.
okay, well, tell me, when the
I took
vehicle,
I took it to Autotech.
when the vehicle is wrapped, the tires have to come off,
No,
not at all.
no, ma'am.
Great, so apparently, counsel, now we know what other individual has to be available for testimony, because, that would then, go against it. Hold on, sir. That would go against Mr. Martinez's position. So Mr. Martinez's position is that his position was that both, that there were other, companies that worked on Mr. Filson's vehicle. Mr. Filson's indicated that there were not any other companies that worked on his vehicle. It was after the accident, okay? So then Mr. Martinez indicated that it's not from his work, it's because the tires were removed for the wrapping. Mr. Filson is indicating that the tires do not get removed for wrapping. So clearly, here's where we're at, okay? Mr.
I got
Filson, please, Mr. Filson is indicating that Mr. Martinez is responsible for the damage to his vehicle because the tires fell off.
Yes,
Okay, clearly Mr. Martinez isn't Mr. Filson isn't responsible, he was just driving the vehicle, he didn't do any work on it, that's been alleged. Mr. Martinez is indicating that his position is that he's not responsible for it because Mr. Filson had other people working on it that removed the tires, whether it was Auto Tire Tracks, Abe, the rapper meaning WRAPPER, or somebody else, I don't know. So that is what the issue is. So now we've narrowed the issue. The issue is who's responsible. So, counsel, I'm going to presume you're going to be subpoenaing or bringing people in to testify as to what work they did, when they did it, whether or not the wheels had to come off. And counsel, I'm going to presume that you are going to have something to support your client's position that it wasn't his fault. So that's the issue. First, we have to determine who's the at-fault person for the damage to Mr. Filson's vehicle.
Can I say something?
Then we have to get into the dollar amount. So then that's the next issue, right?
Yes,
What's the value of what is the value of your car, sir?
By it being what you said, it's
No.
it's
If it
so
wasn't,
old that, okay,
let me
I can
clarify.
sell
Let me clarify.
okay,
If it wasn't damaged,
okay.
what is the value of your vehicle?
I could have got anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 for the car. Easy.
Then why are we in district court?
Of course, that was me with him. I was told after I filed it, he was like, well, because we got to talking about the numbers, and he like, because I looked up a car that wasn't like mine, wrapped, rims and stuff, normal car, and it was sold for $25,000 online the same year. And mine had way lower mileage because I had 37,000 miles on my car. So my motor was original. You're not gonna find it's the mileage and by being so new, right? So I would have got more than 25. That's just for the car.
Okay.
So of course, when we already in this process, knee deep in it so long, I didn't want to back out. I just settled for I said, I'm gonna just settle for the 25. And that's why we didn't have an amount because my car over exceeded it. That's why it was at 25. That's why we was just basically asking for the most we could get, which was 25.
Okay, but I mean, you could always, knowing what the damages are, you can always have it removed to circuit court. I mean, if you're wanting to be made whole, sir,
Right.
you certainly have that option.
I made that decision when my lawyer brought that to me.
Okay.
We were so far in it, it was like walking backwards.
Well,
So,
with all
of
due
course,
respect,
it
there
was-
really hasn't been much discovery, so I wasn't too far in, but time-wise, I can see. Okay.
Yes.
Well, all right, so now we know what the issues are. So let's set this for a trial date. Are we doing a bench trial or a jury trial?
I don't believe a jury demand was
There was not a
made
jury
during
demand
that.
filed? Okay, so bench trial it is. Okay, let's,
And now I will have the pictures that you asked for, and a lot of things that wasn't attached that, should have been, ma'am. I apologize to you so much, and the court, so bad. Me and my attorney.
no, I understand. Your attorney already addressed that as well.
Okay.
So, well, let's.
And just,
Friday, May 16th is the trial date.
It's fine with my schedule, Your Honor.
10 a.m. Does that work for everybody's schedule?
yes, ma'am. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Witness lists, jury instructions,
There is no jury, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, exhibit list. And your theories of the case are to be exchanged and submitted to the court by May 2nd. Well, no, we're gonna do that by April 25th. We will do a final pretrial May 2nd at 11 a.m.
Your Honor, didn't you indicate we'd have the trial date of April 25th?
No,
Oh,
May
okay.
16th.
Oh, I'm
The final
sorry.
pretrial is April 25th. I'm sorry. The final pretrial is May 2nd.
Okay.
The witness exhibit list and theories of the case are to be submitted and exchanged by April 25th.
The May 2nd date is in person as well.
It is. With your clients present as well.
And Your Honor, on May 2nd, that will be at what time?
11 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
So when, now that we've narrowed down, took a long way to get there, but we've at least narrowed down the issues, okay? Mr. Martinez is indicating that he thinks it's somebody else's fault. So Mr. Martinez, you've heard Mr. Filson indicate that nobody else worked on his equipment or his car.
Correct.
So Mr. Filson, anybody that you took your car to, I'm sure your attorney is going to communicate with and do what he needs to do in that regard. And I would expect that council's going to communicate and see where they're at with that. And you may also want, and then we have the person Abe, the guy that wrapped the car. Mr. Filson says Abe didn't have to take off the tires. Mr. Martinez says tires have to be taken off. So
Well, the tires were wrapped, so they might have had to been taken off.
the tires weren't wrapped.
Yeah, they were.
My tires wasn't wrapped.
Yeah.
No, they wasn't.
Not the sides?
No, it wasn't wrapped. What he did was, he added some stripes. It's like a blue stripe he added to like my thing. He didn't have to take nothing off to do that, you
And you
know?
know that for sure.
Like I said, I could
Okay, well,
call it.
looks like Abe's gonna be a witness.
Yeah,
They actually go into the towards
Yeah.
the side where the lug nuts are at, because it's a deep well. You actually gotta take the lug nut out to get that line all the way in.
oh, real quick, ma'am. If Abe had to take my tires off my car, ma'am, that ain't the reason why my tires came off. I'm just gonna say something. When I took my car back to him and
Who's him?
to Dan, and as you can see in the text message with the pictures of the springs messed up back in that day, he took the springs off, showed me how messed up they was in that short period of time.
Who took them off?
Dan,
Dan took them off. Was
Yeah,
that
Dan.
after the vehicle was
I
wrapped?
can show you what how they
Was
look.
that after the vehicle was wrapped?
Yes.
Okay.
So after the vehicle wrapped, right? Of course, this paragraph tells you why my tires fell off
No,
first.
I saw that, but I'm also going to, I've already indicated to council that I'm not going to accept that as evidence that the
No
person's
problem.
gonna have to come in to testify.
Oh, no problem.
So it can be subjected to cross-examination.
No problem, but you know, I took my car back to him. He see the pictures, I can show you in the picture that we took at auto care of the spring messed up on the car and stuff. He took them off, he took it off, put new springs on there again, new springs and
What
stuff.
date was this picture taken?
That was after the incident.
I'm
So,
sorry, I'm listening to you.
next day of the accident, the next day of when the wheels came off, the next day.
I got pictures, showing you, before I took it to him and at Auto Tech, showing under the car with the spring messed up and how everything that's in this paragraph, I got pictures of showing where he messed up and put it on wrong.
Okay.
I can show you where I towed the
It was
car.
wrong.
everywhere. I told it back to him. He said he was fixing it. I came up there, looked, but it still looked the same. And it was when I test drove it, it felt the same. And that's because Dan didn't look at the text messages, ma'am, and read what Auto Tech told him what was wrong with it. He never touched the car at all. He never touched it. And I got proof from these other people, Auto Tech and Tire Track, showing you that it's impossible to do the work that he was supposed to do without taking your tires off. The springs you seen.
All right, so then I'm going to hear all of that at trial, and I'm going to make the determination as to who was at fault for Mr. Filson's damages, because clearly it's not Mr. Filson. He didn't do the work on his car. So, if he was gonna do the work on his car, he wouldn't have had to take it to anybody to do the work on his car. So, okay, those are the dates. I'm going to give all this back to you, Mr. George. I think that these are all of your items. And then we'll see you all back on that date. And I'll just take my charger back, please. Did you ever find those photos, sir?
I did not. I apologize.
All right, let's go on. No, I hate those.
Thanks for watching Verdict Watch. New court drama every day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a case. Leave a comment with your thoughts. We're watching too.